What's up, everybody? Solomon Amanda Ortiz coming at you live from Camden, Delaware. And if you're just hopping on the live, drop down in the comments. Let us know where you're tuning in from. City, state, country. Drop your favorite emoji. Drop a cell phone emoji. Drop a lion emoji. Drop a unicorn emoji. Let us know you're here live with us, because live is always much better.
Yes, it is.
If you are catching us on the replay, write the word replay. And if you are new to the broadcast, write the word new so we can interact with you guys. And as always, if you share the video, we'll give you a full name shout out. So we're going to talk about a little something controversial, not really, but it's something that I feel like, we can talk about. I've read some posts about this in the past, people talking about cell phone usage, living in the moment, people being on the cell phones too much. Our generation now is a cell phone generation. We do things off of social media. We're always carrying this bad boy.
Hey, Vanessa. Hey, Jen.
Drop a one down if you've ever gone to a restaurant and you look over to at someone and they are in the cell phone. They're like this. Or you go to the movies and people are on their cell phones rather than watching the movies. Or if you go onto let's talk about like a bus. If you're on a bus and people are on their cell phones, everyone is just like this. No one is ever looking outward and looking around, having, a 360 vigilance or anything like that. So if you've ever seen that, or if you've done that, drop a one down, let us know. And what are your views on, having cell phones and being on them all the time and living in the moment? Should we live in the moment? Should we be less cell phone usage and just live in the moment and just be the way it was years ago, back when I was a kid and they had rotary phones? Drop a 2 down if you know what a rotary. Drop a 2 down if you know what a rotary phone is, because that's what we had when I was a kid. So let's get into this, guys. Let's get into this. So what's your opinion, babe?
I think so. And you know what? I noticed the other day I went out to lunch with my girl, Lacey Wilson, if she's on. And because we're at work, we don't get on our phones that much. Well, we're not supposed to. So we're at lunch and we immediately, as soon as we sit down, we start scrolling, and I just look up and it's just like, we're not even having a conversation. We're just sitting here scrolling. But I think it's just become the norm. And unless you stop and look at it, you're just going to keep doing. And it's like, wow, like you look back when Solomon and I were teenagers, like we didn't do that stuff. It was all conversations. If you wanted to go see somebody would we would go walk and knock on their door. There was no texting, anything. So, it's a huge change with the generation now. But I would really like to see people getting back to having these conversations, like even kids. How many of you parents out there, this is some real
Marguerite just said
stuff right now.
That.
How many of you parents out there, you're in your house and it's dinner time and you want the kids to come down for dinner? Do you text them? Seriously, drop a 2 down below. If you find yourself texting your child, do the dishes, whatever, what are you doing?
1, 3. Drop a 3 down.
Drop a 3 down below. Yeah. Because I found myself having to do that with my oldest because he was not listening to me.
I think that's BS. I think that's a bunch of BS. We shouldn't allow our children to keep doing that over and over again.
Hey, Lindsay.
I think there's a fine line between cell phone usage and cell phone abuse.
Yes.
Now, however, we utilize social media and we use our cell phones as a means of income. We do business off of our cell phones. So, you have your yin and your yang. You got your pros and cons, okay? So before cell phone usage, before, social media, everything, hey, what's up, Randy? Thank you for tuning in.
Hey, Randy.
We did things email. We did, what is it called? Door-to-door salesmen, cold call messages and everything. We're in a new generation now. And that's just the way it is, right? Because if you don't learn and if you don't evolve with the times and the generation that's coming, you're going to get left behind, right? So that's why I say there's pros and cons to it.
Yes, Margie.
Now, should we allow ourselves an allotted time to stay off the cell phone? I agree. Yes, absolutely. Like in the morning, we
Hey, Karina.
do not get on the cell phones right off the
No.
bat. We don't pick it up because what happens is we, as people, we wind up first thing, instead of kissing your wife or checking on your kids, the first thing that people do will go, and I'm not saying everybody, but this is, I'm giving an example.
'Cause we did this
They
before.
go to their cell phones first before anything. That's the first thing they do. They check, we utilize it for an alarm. We use it as a reminder. So, of course, that's the first thing we go to. So,
Yes, Lindsay.
we need to allot time to not do that, right? So, and this is our personal opinion. Everyone should have their own opinion. Please, if you have opinions about it, drop them in the comments. Let us
Yes,
know.
we wanna hear from you
We
guys.
want to know how you feel about it. So, Amanda and I, what we do is we don't do anything on social media at all whatsoever.
First thing in the morning.
We get up, we talk, we get dressed, we get ready, we eat breakfast.
Self-development.
We do self-development. Now, I do listen to audiobooks, so I will listen to a podcast or something on my phone, but I don't go into social media and the first thing that I go to is Facebook or anything. No, even though we do business on it, there's enough time to do that later. So I make sure that I don't do that.
Candy Crush gets you every time, Marty.
Yeah. I don't even play the games, and to be honest,
I had to stop.
I'm not a fan of games. I never have been, but everybody is, like, Amanda, she might. But like if we go on a date night, we do not get on our cell phones and go do work. That's date
Unless
night.
it's the kids calling, but we're not sitting there scrolling Facebook, and as far as like Solomon said with our business, we do utilize our cell phones for our business, but if we're out to dinner for an hour and a half, that can wait until we're done. You got to make that quality time for your quality people.
Right. And here's another thing. Now, it's more than just cell phones. You got computers, you got the kids, video games that are just, they go, they won't get off it. If you don't tell them to get off of it, they'll be on it all day long.
Yeah.
You got to allot the time when to use it and when not to use it. So I'm all for living in the moment, step away for a minute from the cell phone usage and, embrace life, breathe the air, if you will.
Smell the roses.
Enjoy nature, because I think as time goes on, this is just going to happen, guys.
Yes,
You can't stop this. You can't stop the progression of technology. You just can't. It's just going to happen. So we need to learn how to adapt and evolve with it. Yes, we do work off of our cell phones. Yes, we do make an income off of our cell phones. However, hopefully the power doesn't go up.
Oh my goodness.
We do make an income off of our cell phones. However, we also enjoy life, as a family, and we embrace, the moments. Okay. Things that we forget to do like we did when we were children. How many of y'all remember, and maybe you've done it now, as a child, go outside barefooted and put your feet in the cold grass, and just kind of feel that with your toes. How many of you have done that? How many of you have laid down on the grass and just look up at the sky like a child when you were young and just daydream and dream and just be in the moment? How many of you just gone for a walk with your wife or your significant other and enjoyed the cool breeze and just enjoyed life and the sounds and the air and everything? How many of you have done that? Like, think about it. When was the last time you did that? I'll be honest. We haven't been able to, well, it's been snowing, so I'm not going outside barefooted. But think about it, guys. How many times have you enjoyed the moment? How many times have you embraced that and just be thankful and grateful for everything that you have and step away from the cell phone usage for,
Awesome,
for
Jerry.
just a few minutes or an hour or whatever it is. I mean, and that's with anything. We can talk about work and the job and stuff because people bring their work at home. But we're just specifically talking about the cell phones right now because I think, that it's a pro and a con. It's a pro and a con, we do everything off of this. You can watch movies, you can communicate, you can text, you can do business, you can order food, you can order tickets, you can order flight tickets. I mean, everything that we do is on this little device. But the things that we're losing I think as human nature and the communication, we're losing the ability to communicate with one another.
Right.
And I think that it's very important that we start utilizing what was given to us, and that's word of mouth. Speaking to each other and talking to one another, because you can't hear emotion. Well, I guess you can if you do audio.
Hey, Sarah.
But you can't hear emotion through a text. You need to speak it to somebody. So that's just my 2 cents, and I think yours is the same too, right?
Yeah, and I mean, as parents, we kind of sometimes
Okay, Sarah.
enable our kids, like, oh, they're playing on their tablet. But you guys, we really need to be mindful of the time, because, I mean, I'm guilty. Like, Tyler will get on his tablet and he disappears, and then it's like 2 hours later, whoa, where's Tyler? Because we get busy. So, I mean, it's just something we gotta, have a conscious, effort to make sure that we're being responsible with our cell phones. Like I said, we love the cell phone, we love the technology, we love what it does for our business and being able to reach out for people. It's not a negative thing, but it can be a negative thing if you allow it. Absolutely. Yeah. So Lindsay actually gave a good tip. She said she leaves her car in the phone when she goes to the movies or out to dinner, etc., which is awesome, like willpower, just to like put it there and leave it and not think about it.
I don't know if I could do that,
so
to be honest.
kudos to you. And if you guys have any other suggestions, don't beat yourself up. I mean, everybody is doing it. It's just finding that balance. And knowing when is a good time and when it's not good time. And just remember that your kids are watching you. So if you want to be smart about it and you're doing business on your phone, so to speak, and the kids are like, oh, mommy, I need something. Just say 1 minute. I just want to finish doing some work, and get right to your kids. But don't just sit there constantly on your phone talking to your kids like this while you're on your phone. You don't want to have that type of relationship with your family.
Right. Okay, guys, and thank you for tuning in. If you're hopping on, drop down in the comments. Let us know where you're coming in from. Give us your opinion on this subject too, as well. We want to know what you think and everything. I get so mad when I try.
Yeah, exactly, Lindsay. Because you know what? That movie you're watching for 90 minutes, those clients are going to be there 90 minutes later.
Right,
so, it's okay just to, your family comes first. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? So,
absolutely. They'll
be there, your business, everything. It'll be there. Candy Crush, whatever. Just put your phone aside and be smart with it.
True that. Anything else, babe?
That's it. I hope you guys are all safe. We're getting like a ton of snow here.
Yeah.
We're hoping we don't lose power.
I know. Hopefully the power lasts, but it's been snowing all day long.
And it keeps flickering.
So stay warm, guys, if you're over here on the East Coast, and stay safe. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for conversing. If you shared the video, drop down in the comments. Let us know you shared it, and we will give you a shout out. Patty Wolf says, I try to block out the work time and the family time and try to keep them separate.
Awesome, yeah, Patty.
That's good. Yeah, good advice right there. And drop a 10 down, guys, if you found any value in this. Yes. We appreciate it. Give us some hearts. Give us some likes. That's it, guys.
That's it.
It's one of those things that we just felt like we wanted to talk about.
Yes.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Have a good night. And we're Solomon and Amanda, and we'll see you at the top.
Love you guys.
Peace.